Hello and welcome to my garage once again here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. So the plan today is to rebuild this Porsche 959. I may finish the 911 too because they use the same engine. Now the 959, it allows you to install any of the B6 engines, the twin turbo from the 911 Carrera and the turbo from the 911 Turbo. But I don't recommend it. I tried it once. I put the turbo engine in there, and the intercooler stuck up through the hood. And and then I decided to take it out and put just the regular B6 engine in there so it wouldn't ruin the line of the car, and I couldn't take it out. So I recommend against doing that. Just putting the regular B6 engine fits in there properly, even though it would be nice to be able to put the twin turbo in there. It doesn't fit right. It doesn't. It's not contained within the model, the body of the car, so it's not worth doing. But since the car is here, I can go ahead and get working on it. This is another one that I had wanted to find in the junkyard while I was recording, but I didn't. So unfortunately, I don't get to show you the excitement of finding it. That oil filter is over there. But we might get lucky at some point, and no, that's what I want. And hopefully at some point I will go to the junkyard and find one of these bad boys waiting for me. Okay, I need to take off the rest of the body bits. Okay, I forgot it. This is one of those ones where there's parts way up in the front that you have to go in through the engine compartment to get. And actually, it's been quite a while since I built one of these. It's possible that the mod may have updated in the time since the last time I saw one, because I don't actually remember the brake servo being up here. I do have one of these in my personal collection. I'll have to pull it out and verify that everything on it is still like it's supposed to be. And I think it uses the 964 seats and steering wheel, yeah. I don't think I took out... Yeah, I did. I was trying to remember if I took out that engine cover, and I did. still have a standard plate in my inventory for some reason. I have to get rid of that. I usually clear my inventory of unnecessary parts before I get started on something new, because invariably it will just confuse me. I have a case still I need to open. Oh, I never took out the old front steering. I never took out the old front window. There we go. Body 100%. I'll keep that plate. I could probably use it somewhere else. Did I put plates on this thing already? Yes, I did. And I want the 964 RS exhaust parts, because the other pieces are for the turbo, and we don't want that one. What the heck is a tebbuck? Huh. Okay, now I want to clean it up. So the current color is this sort of iron, it's sort of a light gunmetal gray almost. The factory color is black. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I didn't think there were any liveries for it. Since the this is a normal 911. It's not the, this is the 911 RS. It's not the turbocharged version, which means it's going to get the same engine as the 959. So I should try and see if I can knock these both out at the same time. The front end of the 911 here is done already. You can see that I did the front already. I was just going to do it off camera and sell it when it was done, but I have an opportunity here to do two of them. The 959 is significantly more valuable than the 911, but I also like the car a whole lot more. I mean, the 911 is cool and all, but the 959 has kind of a, I don't know, they were new they came out when I was a teenager. It was the 959 and the Ferrari Testarossa. Those were the ones that we all lusted after when we were in high school. And, of course, never got one. Probably never have one. It's nice to have something to dream about. I looked it up once. I think they made something like 750 or 800 959s over the course of the run. I think they were made from like 1989 or 1988 to 1990, something to that effect. I don't remember the exact number. I want to see these wheels first, because I know the wheels are different sizes, and I really don't want to screw myself up. These are 964 RS18. I can't remember if I think I put racing tires on here. Yeah, I did, instead of the vintage tires. These are 265 35 18. I don't know why I'm not buying 2 of everything. I should be just buying 2 of everything at this point. Okay, so 265 35 18. Match the tires. I don't need that or that. Okay, so I can sell this. So 2 suspension arms and a rear axle knuckle cover. Bottom suspension arm B. I could barely see the outline of that thing against that white wall. Okay, perfect. Now, let's see if these are the same size wheels. No, they're not. See, these are 17. So I have to remember that the 18s go on the other car. So it was 265, 40, 17. This one at least is a little different because the 959 is an all-wheel drive car, and the modder who built this did a pretty good job of tying the rear and the front together. The drive shaft is connected to the differential. I mean, everything looks like it's supposed to. I've worked on some other modded all-wheel drive cars that nothing was hooked up right underneath, and it just didn't look right. There's a couple of modded cars that I worked on that were so badly assembled that I ended up deleting the mod because I just didn't want to work on them again. But this one is put together well. It helps that I am personally fond of the car. Okay, let's yank that thing out. Now let's leave that there. And these should both be B6s. Yes, they are. And they're both, let's see, that one is 1.14 and 6%, is that it? Yeah, I don't even know. They're both trash, so we're going to be massively rebuilding either one of them. I think this is the one that was in the 911. Doesn't matter, they're the same engine. Comes out the same either way. I want to make sure that that gearbox I bought was the right one. Yeah, because I bought two of these. I already bought all the clutch stuff, so that can go. I think I left the wheels over here. Yeah, I left one of them. Is the other one done? No. Okay, so brakes and hubs. Oh, that was, I don't remember. I meant to buy that. So I just bought two wheel hubcaps I don't need. I need the rear double wishbone. And flush these wheels, the 17-inch ones. And I can go ahead and flush those because I have the parts for it. And then we'll see what we can repair of what's left. And then we will do the engines. Okay, cool. So at least I get to sell both of those gearboxes. Drive shaft, bottom suspension arm. And rear axle housing D. Alright, let's build ourselves an engine now. Actually, oh no, this has got front wheel drive, so I still don't need those hubs. Now what usually happens when I do one of these engines is I'm able to repair one of the two blocks but not the other. So maybe I will get one. We'll see what happens. I'll try to repair the rod caps and the bearing caps. The pistons, of course, I'll just throw away. And hopefully we can repair the crankshaft and the shaft. So let's just buy a whole ton of rings right now, and pistons and spark plugs. $12 pistons for 2 engines, and then 24 spark plugs because each one of these has 12 spark plugs. Okay, let's see what we can repair here. Yeah, I think we only got 1/2 of the block. Yep, only got 1/2 of the block. There's still a piston there. Go away. 3 rod caps, engine block A. I think there was a crankshaft. I think I needed the crankshaft also. Yeah, B6C crankshaft. 3 rod caps and block A. Alright. This Porsche engine is one of my favorite ones to build because it amuses me the way the pistons just float in the air like this. Since apparently gravity is not a thing. Oh man, so many other things I need to buy. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 alternators and 4 cam gears. And 4 of these camshaft bearings. I don't remember which engine head block cover it needs. I think it's this one. And I need 2 of those, 2 of those, 4 of these. And then these engine head covers, I need like 4 of A and 4 of B. Need 2 of these and 8 of those. And then I need like all of these serpentine belts. Timing chain, 2 of them, 2 of them, 4 of these, 2 of those, 2 of those, and 4 of those. Yay, okay, now this is the fun part where I need 4 of them and 12 of these and 12 of this one and then 4 of that and 4 of that, 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and that's, I think that's, no, I did alternator and power steering pump. Pump V8. And crankshaft pulley V8, and I need a whole bunch of clips for the distributor caps. Okay, that should get us a long way there. There's one of those block covers that I know I need, and I don't remember which one it is. You know what? I just realized those alternators I bought I don't need, because there is a specific B6C alternator, and I already bought those. So I bought some extra alternators for other projects, apparently. don't want to put the camshaft in just yet, because if I do, the camshaft bearing will appear over it, and it makes it harder to reach the spark plugs. Like so. Okay, block cover B6C. Gonna need the weird air filter too. Never can remember. It seems like I build more turbocharged engines. It seems like I build more turbo Porsche engines than standard ones. Because I remember the turbocharged engine has the fuel injector harness that goes on it, and this one doesn't. It has the intake manifolds and the throttle. Oh, it has the blower. That's right. That should be up here somewhere, under B. Air filter cover B6. And then the B6 air filter. And there's another thing that goes over this. That one. Air filter base. I think it needs, this is like one of the only air filters that doesn't use clip A, uses clip B. Usually you can tell that, usually you can kind of differentiate them, the clip A for air, but in this case you need clip B. Okay, that one is all done. And this one here should go faster. Yeah, I don't think this one has any... I think this one has less... I think this one is pretty much the same as the first one. try again to repair the shaft and the crankshaft and all the caps. But it's fairly normal, at least in my experience, to only be able to repair like one of the two engine blocks, one of the two halves of the engine block in a Porsche engine. What am I missing here? Oh, I already took that one off. Okay, good. Now, let's go ahead and get rid of the old pistons and rings. Yep, only got back engine block B again. Didn't get either of the shafts. That kind of sucks. 2 rod caps. So crankshaft B6C, engine block A B6C, and shaft B6C. Where are you? There it is. Alright, now let's bang this thing together. Oh, look at that, I only have one fuel filter. Goes together pretty fast when you have all the parts. I just had a thought that I didn't buy something. I think when I bought the air filter base, I'm not sure if I bought 2 of each of those. I may not have. Somehow I clicked on the middle one. I thought I was getting the end one. If you look at this, you can actually you see this? You can put the fuel rail in before you put the manifold in. I never do that because it just looks wrong to me. I guess the game is fine with it. But it's one of those OCD things. I mean, you stick it in there when the slots for it aren't even there. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's see, what do I need to do here still? I haven't done anything on the front. Whoops. Yeah, come here. There we go. Just gotta get the oh, the wires. I thought I put the wires on. Get the timing and the belts on, and this one is finished. Okay, all done. Perfect. Do I have anything extra floating around? Yep, alternators. That's it, though. And since these two engines are identical, doesn't matter which car they go into. Yeah, sorry, I try to not do herky-jerky camera movements, but sometimes it's like really hard not to. Oh, and I didn't buy starters. I knew I should have bought starters ahead of time. One of these days I will remember to get the starter before I start working. I have to lower the car anyway to put that in. So the 18s were on this car, the 17s were on the other one. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this now, because I wanted to make sure I got the correct wheels back on the correct car. 17, 17, 18, there it is. And I have to lower it to be able to put oil in it and to put the starter in. And the oil fill cap on these is on the side here. If you're ever assembling the engine and kicking yourself trying to figure out where the oil fill cap is, this is where it is. Yay, that car is 100% done. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to the dyno room for now. Well, I'm going to throw it to the dyno room and leave it there. And let's reassemble the back end of this car. The front still needs to be done. Alright, got a long way toward this one. Now the front should be fairly simple. We'll do the wheels and this end. I don't remember if it has a cross member. Yeah, I know it does. We'll probably just sell and replace a lot of these parts to get this done as quickly as possible. There's a limit to how fast I can do it, though, because I'm going to have to reassemble the shock absorbers no matter what, and all the bushings will need to be replaced because they're all. I don't want to use anything that's not a 100% part, so all the bushings have to come out. So I'll just plug along here. This video is probably going to run a little bit long, so I thank you for your indulgence. I didn't intend to do two cars, but once it occurred to me that they had the same engine in them, I just couldn't not do them both. And you'll get to see the difference in value, too, between the 911 and the 959. Let's see, what do I need to get out of here? The sway bar, cross member, differential, done. Okay, get rid of these. The sway bar, tie rods. And let's see the hubs. I'll try to repair this other stuff. Let's see, 964.17. And 225/50/17. Doesn't look like we were able to repair very much. Let's see. Oh, I guess more than I thought. Front axle knuckle cover, 2 suspension arms. I think that was just bottom suspension arm, I hope. Yeah. And front drive axle J. Alright, we're all set. Get this assembled and then we can put oil in the car and it'll be good to go. I'll dyno both of them just to see what kind of horse they should have. They should actually have the same horsepower rating because they're the same engine. Yeah, I like how this is put. I mean, it even looks like it's meant to go in there. I mean, it's not exactly right, but it looks good enough. Not like some of the ones I've seen where the drive shaft is like jammed through the engine block or whatever. Got to get rid of these things. Did I buy that by accident? Surely not. Yeah. I think that was a repaired piece. I was trying to install the... Oh, man. Keep clicking the wrong things and the camera keeps moving forward. Okay, minus the starter. That should be 100%. Yep, there it is. I just love the look of this car with the integral. The way they built in the spoiler in the back rather than the big wing like on the 911. I really like the look of it. It actually has a back seat too, which the 911 doesn't have. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. You see, because if you, and the oil fill is way up here, and I messed up. You can't click on anything else, or it won't let you do it. The oil fill cap is up here on this, way up here on the side. There's actually a, you can see it there, the outline in the body of the car where the oil fill is on the outside. Unfortunately, you can't actually do it here. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, it would go in right there. I just really like the modder who built this car. I think it's K3, yeah. The modder who built this car did a really good job. And this is seriously one of my favorite cars to work on. It's been a long time since I've seen one, so I was really stoked to find one. Let's we'll dyno this car, and then we'll dyno the 959, and they should be the same. So 262 for 479. Remember those numbers. Oh look, 253. I built these engines exactly the same. There's no reason why that should be different. So it's actually a little bit lower. I wonder if it has to do with the mod itself. The car, it must be built into the mod that the car expects a certain rating, even though it has. Although I think the running gear underneath here, the engine and drivetrain, I think is from the Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. So it might be, but then that car has a twin turbo. So what did we get over here on this car? We got 479 versus 461. Well, that's disappointing. I didn't expect that. Okay, well this car I just want to get rid of. Not going to drive it. I've already done one of these. We'll get $200,000 out of it. 226. Yeah, not too shabby. I can build Porsches all day long for the payday. Okay, now we'll drive the 959. Okay, here we are. And it looks more, it's still gray. It looks more of a, I don't really know how to describe this. It looks like it looks kind of like an opalescent gray out here in the light. Let's see what it's got, since it's unfortunately not a turbocharged model. It is all-wheel drive though, so it should track better. Shouldn't be all over the track. I think I'm drifting to the right. Yep, just a little bit. No, stay there. 197. Yeah, okay. Ah, skid. Oh, look at it roll. Oh, no. Flip, 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 flip. Oh, my God. Oh, That's too bad. At least it didn't lose it. At least it didn't lose control until the game took it away from me, because I kept it nice and straight. Okay, let's go ahead and head back here. Okay, let's move this thing over to the garage door. I want to sit in it briefly. Oh, it's so 80s. Look at the radio. And the speaker in the doorway. Speaker in the door, is that... There must be controls for the mirror. And got all the analog gauges. Good old-fashioned gear shift lever. Which I prefer. I really hate the flappy pedal gearbox. It's the rage now. Give me a gear shift any day. Alright, cool. It is well done. I mean, this is a really nice mod. And it's a really nice mod of one of my all-time favorite cars. I'm always happy to work on one of these, and it's really helpful that it is nice and valuable too. So it's time to go ahead and sell this one. I don't need to keep it because I have one in my collection, and this one is going to be 91,000, 92. Yep, $920,000. I've sold some of these that were closer to $1 million. I've sold some of these that were right about $1 million. So it must have to do with the mileage. The mileage on this car is 140,000 miles. But shoot that one out the door. That with the Porsche 911 that I already sold means that today we are up a little over $1 million. And let's see, the other car was $220,000, so call it $1.2 million or $1.1 something like that. We're up at $90 million now. So that will wrap this one up. This was a long one, so if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Since I know it was longer than usual. I hope it kept everybody's interest, and I hope to see you again here soon for our next Junkyard adventure. So on that note, bye for now.